Shall not mention here. Dunes?
Yeah. Foamuna aqueducts.
You go to dunes! You go to dunes and you die!
As do we all.
What is Daniel doing?
He's being Daniel.
I'm making a Final Fantasy XI / South Park joke for no good reason.
Alright, we're back on.
Okay, cool. Hopefully
And
smoother
so far
this
it's
time.
behaving. Let's hope it stays that way.
Yep. Alright, starting this quest. Forgive me, my thoughts were elsewhere. And this is when I know full well there is yet work to be done. The crystals. Leave them to me. I will go back into Zaharak and secure them. The Amal job will still be in disarray after the thrashing the Warriors of Darkness gave them. They are not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. But Thancred, you... Don't have to do this, I know, but I want to. I will see you at the Rising Stones. Or, I will see you at the Rising Stones. I'll see you at the Rising Stones. I should go and find Ida and Papalimo. They must have finished searching the Mask's camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. You must be tired, Adol. I know I am. If thou wilt permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of mine independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with that warrior of darkness and the Ascian in white at the Great Library. I tried not to think the worst. You've never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even were your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that a part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Would that there had been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart.
Now, to be fair, I give you an excuse that Orioge's manner of speaking is a little harder than the other one.
I understand why you did what you did. That you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Adol, forgive me, but I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee unto a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the Rising Stones. Until then, warrior of light. Let's see here. Nope, no, that's not what I wanted. Sure. Oh no, wait, mask. I don't want to wear the mask right now. Let's ninja.
Because I'm curious, I'm going to take a look at the archive to see if it's broken.
Okay. Well met, Adol. Alphino said you would be joining us. 'Twould seem the Griffin's double was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cache of crystals in the Mask's camp. Did you perchance find one in Zaharak? Actually... I don't believe it! The crystals, Minfilia, all of it! It's just... I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Ida. Even now I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. 'Twas bittersweet, aye, but also affirming. Alphino, I believe it is past time Ida and I rejoined the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives, and I hope that we might, in turn, offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced in our absence. Gods, it's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures.
Also, I'm confirming, I checked the archive, and the video was busted on the archive too.
Ah. Lame.
Well, nothing we can do for that.
No. We should be glad to recount them, and Tataru's tales may well surprise you. Hey, it's that guy. Yeah, Gundobald.
Ida? Ida! Rulger be praised, it is you!
Bless you.
Ida.
As a backup, since Twitch is kind of derpy, can you turn on radio so I can at least put the buttons if people want to follow Hodio?
Do what now?
Turn on radio. Like Icecast.
You know, I'm not sure I got that back up since reinstalling Windows a while back.
If you can, it's fine. I just figured we could make some workarounds.
Yeah, I don't think I can. I don't have it up. Sorry.
Ida, alive and standing here before me, in the flesh. I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come now. Has it really been so long you don't remember me? It's Gundobald. I fought beside your father in the Revolution. Do not think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways. But the resistance were always welcome in Little Alamigo. They gave us hope, and young Ida most of all. Aye, Ida was there always. Ida here was always full of fire, ever the first to volunteer for a mission. Until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst, but here you are, alive and well, looking nary a day older.
Well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Oh, sorry, we were still the Circle of Knowing back then, right. Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk about, and we will, but right now I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Pray forgive her. It has been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let us return to the Rising Stones. Hells take me for giving you that mask.
Mystery!
Dun dun dun. Okay, so back to the Rising Stones. Weird teleporting patterns to get there cheaper.
I mean, I've set Revenant Hole as a favorite place, so I get it cheaper.
I do too. It's just I have
I want
Gridania.
it cheaper is what you're saying.
Yeah, I have Gridania as my home point, and I can warping to Mordona from North Shroud is super cheap.
I guess we have a point. Meanwhile, I'm still getting my custom deliveries taken care of. Best way to level up my gathering jobs.
You needn't say a word, Adol. I know. Wherever she wanders, no matter how far, she will always be with us. Welcome home, Adol. I trust your journey was uneventful. You will be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals he sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here, and we can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Ishtola and Kryl, and briefed them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem meet to discuss the future. Oh, don't stand off in a corner, Urianger.
Back in the Zola. It's
Get
been too
on the
long
circle
since
of
we were
friendship,
all together
damn it.
like this. Not since after Moonbreeder.
Back in there.
Circle of friendship.
Oh, good. She actually pronounced Moonbrita the way it looks like it's supposed to be pronounced.
You mean Moonbreeder?
That's the way everyone else said it. And it's just like, ugh. She actually said Moonbrita. Moonbrita.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it is not
bread.
good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Urianger, and we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before.
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. Would be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both,
No, he pronounced
this
it that
shall
way.
be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities.
Bless you? Was that a sneeze?
No, that was just me snarking because I reheard everything on the stream.
Ah, okay.
I miss you not liking that they pronounce her name differently.
Yeah.
That being said, this new approach you propose is totally objectionable. And we've always got him to keep us from bickering. But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I, for my part, shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
I'm gonna screw around the lands murdering things.
I mean, yeah.
In order to get shinier stuff to put on my head.
Remember what Tataru didn't have any voice acting?
When did she start having a voice?
I think she had a tiny role at like somewhere in Realm Reborn when you got introduced into the science, and then she said nothing until like when everything went to crap before the fall.
Yeah.
And then it was like nobody else, so like she became one of the main cast. Those were the good days.
Yup. What will you say? The road goes ever on.
That's a Tolkien book.
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
So the Scions split up, giving the Ascians time to regroup and plot.
No, we're not splitting up.
There's other people are going their separate ways in
Not so much going their separate ways as working a little
Returning
more
to your
independently.
delegations.
Yes.
Going back to work.
Basically.
Back to the mines.
Yeah. just less,
Basically, Vern showing up saying, get back to work.
Yeah, the actions of the Scions are less strictly codified now, basically.
I mean, technically speaking, you got... Well, we will have Ishtola going back to Idleshire to take care of Alexander, but that's been taken care of already.
Mm-hmm.
And Urianger going back to the Waking Sands because forever banned there.
Yep. And these three new folks, the Ochre Boulder, Aenor, and Clements. Home's been here a while.
I mean,
Yeah.
they just came back.
Oh, Remy. Hold on a sec. I'm going to point the camera.
The camera? You mean for the streams that's not able to process video right now?
Wait, what? Like the stream is completely broken?
Did you not understand why he was asking you to fire up Icecast?
I mean, right now, I'm having problems seeing stuff, but I'm saying even looking at the video archive, it shows that it's broken, so it's not just my hand.
Well, you said that the archive was broken, but when I restarted, I mean.
Oh, no, it's doing it again.
Oh.
Like I said, like, there's nothing we can do about that.
Ugh. Oh, well. There's Hoary Boulder. What do all these folks have to say? 'Tis passing strange that we may never see Lady Minfilia again. After witnessing so many of our missing comrades return to us, I dared to hope she might one day do the same. And Hoary Boulder. Do not think I will be bested so easily again. When my competition with Lady Ida has ended, the Scions of the 7th Dawn shall crown a new champion of the squat.
Dude, you're screwed. You can't beat Ida on squatting.
Champion of the squat!
It would seem that I'm a Scion, then. Some derive comfort from such titles, but I cannot say that I feel any different from before. Well, mayhap a twinge of pride.
We don't have any budget left for membership cards, sorry.
As agreed, we shall spend the coming moons conducting our own independent research. Should you have need of our services, however, you are, of course, welcome to seek us out. Yeah. Same as it ever was. 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 I suppose I should not be surprised. With everyone standing in a circle delivering grand proclamations about their future endeavors, she naturally felt obliged to make up one of her own. It may be argued that the great sundering of the source was an aberration, and that the existence of the 10 and 3 reflections an offense to the natural order. That most assuredly is the Ascians' belief. 'Twas in the hope of opening mine eyes to said revelation that they first came unto me, imagining it sufficient to secure mine allegiance. Nor would they have been mistaken were my heart a temple to truth alone. But as a devoted follower of Master Louis Sois's teachings, and for the love I bear him and his, I hearkened not to their words. I have Sir Emeric's assurances that the Temple Knights will henceforth keep a close eye on the Ishgardian crystal trade. Oh, and he extends his deepest apologies for your dinner having been cut short. Courteous fellow, isn't he? You would never guess he was a politician.
Heh. That's politics.
Yup. When you think about it, we have accomplished quite a lot in recent days, have we not? Though there are, of course, some few regrets for missed opportunities. A pity we were unable to deal with Ilberd and the Braves once and for all, for example. Trouble in paradise, eh? I'm doing my best, Ochre, I am. I just can't seem to clear my mind. I keep thinking about you, and your brother, and me. Oh no.
This is going down a hill.
Uh-huh. All these little mistakes are beginning to add up, Aenor. You must try harder to remain focused. Does Flamen still say this? Yeah. Leave it to me, Adol. I'll make sure she's properly introduced to everyone. It's official, then. Gods, I hope I don't regret this. Look at them, Adol. The scions of the Seventh Dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome. All of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here and what the future holds, only the 12 know.
And the game designers.
But I know that we will find out together. The 12 are the game designers. In fact, the 10 and 3, we have the 12 and the minstrel.
They live in the dev room.
Hey.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain.
Whose voice is that?
Where men
Who
go
knows?
down, there is life.
Ooh.
And where there is life,
The narrator's an Asian.
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand.
It is more Lalafell-sized now.
Thank you. I shall guard it well.
Did Papalymo ever had this accent?
there is cause to hope.
I think so?
I'm pretty sure they changed some of their voice actors between expansions.
Oh, they changed pretty much all of them.
For every
So,
ending, every
maybe he just didn't have it
parting
before the Switch?
marks a new beginning.
I honestly do not remember what most of their old voices sounded like, though.
Yeah. Their old voices weren't great. That's why they changed them.
Except Gaius. Gaius Client was cool.
Yeah. And really, it's less the specific voice work itself and more like... I feel like the voice direction was just awful. And like some of the roles I felt were miscast. At least I remember feeling that. I don't remember precisely what made me feel that way anymore. But
Wasn't the problem because they had two different English voice cast depending on region? They decided to just stick to one.
Well done, brother. Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. Brother!
Easy there, Liquid.
True believers are so readily led. Elidibus. I really want to know what the heck his deal is.
Who?
Elidibus.
Ain't that the 50 million question?
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, he's an Ascian, but he's, like, at least possibly until this point, he's not really doing anything actively himself?
Let me tell you one thing. We still don't know.
It continues to be a mystery. I have given them everything they desired, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Get what you wanted then? Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it host to a surfeit of light or dark, a world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting, and a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. What was that sound?
That was me coming back.
Oh, okay. I thought I had those noises disabled, but...
You probably did back, and then when you wiped everything open, you had to set it back up.
Yeah, probably. Interesting. A void is of no use to his master. Oh, wait, does that mean... Does that mean that the void is also not something that the Ascians are trying to achieve?
Did you finish the Warring Triad stuff?
Yeah, yes. Like,
Okay,
I know what the void is in that sense.
The point is, he's bad.
Yeah. I just thought...
Which explains why that person was brought to this world by this person.
Oh, wait, he was brought by Elidibus? I missed that part.
Well, didn't want to say it right on stream, but if you review the cutscenes, you probably will see it again.
Quite possibly. I probably forgot, is all. As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. It's 2 balls! Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
So you remember when you said that we shouldn't have done that?
Yeah.
We shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. The eyes of Nidhogg. Many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, for weal or for woe. These'll feel right at home in my skull.
Guess we're gonna have more problems soon.
Mm-hmm. I'm now imagining just a person with those eyes stuck on their face. Just... Oh, hey! It's Cartano.
Ah, yes. Cartano.
So it was here all along. It says question marks, but that's obviously Alice. Assuming it's her speaking.
You're wrong.
What? That looks like her boots and her clothes, though.
You're wrong.
Oh, no, never mind. Oh! It's Nero! Okay.
I'm so
Hi,
glad
Nerisei.
mistaking Nero for Alize is just
I could
really funny.
I could only see his feet.
Look, I could have understood if that was Alfino. But how do you get this wrong?
I could only see his feet. And like the bottom
Nero,
of his
you
clothes.
look very much like a small elf girl.
Shut up. Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are going to have so much fun.
If Twitch was not Bork right now, we'll clip this.
I love Nero.
Nero is very interesting.
He's one of my favorites.
Well, believe me, I know all too well the burden that is a precious sibling. We should trade tales over a drink sometime, or perhaps even with the four of us. But I have a precocious sibling too, and I'm sure she'd be happy to join us. Oh, as if you wouldn't try to get rid of me at the first opportunity. Don't you drag me into this mess. It's a bit overwhelming, quite frankly, having spent so much time on the road, often by myself. Yet I will try to approach this as a learning experience, as I did my travels. Remy, don't do that.
On the road again?
Just can't wait to get on the road again. Had I not kept...
Oh, sorry. No, finish that and then I'll speak.
Okay. Had I not kept an open mind, after all, I doubt I would have been able to master the ethereal blade, nor would I have benefited from the rather pointed advice I received. There is no one path, as some are given to say, and there is wisdom in exploring every school of magic, as there is in exploration of all things. Okay, now, you were saying?
Alright, so technically you're done with Soul Surrender. So, now you're entering Far Edge of Fate. That being said, there's still a little bit of more to do before you reach that one cutscene where I tell you to stop.
Okay.
And we got some time, so feel free to keep going.
Sure. Although, Remy, what?
Remy!
You sound very unhappy, Remy. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna...
Try to step it away.
You may not require attention.
Might be.
Yes, it is. That explains it.
That's a problem. Sometimes you just have to buckle down, pull out a big old container of stuff, and feed that cat. I'm gonna record my life for the week.
Okay.
I like how the stream right now is stuck on that one shot of Amzai mistaking Nero for Halisay.
Good, as it should be.
Now each time Nero shows up on screen, we have to say, "Hey, it's Halisay."
Does that mean that Alice is Nero now?
No, it's only a one-way trip.
That's probably safest.
We need less Nero and more Halisay anyway.
I like Alice a lot. The stuff that she got in Stormblood was pretty good. I'm not fully caught up, but I got a good chunk of the way through. Daniel, did I tell you that the flower shop has a cat now? Yeah, a cat just like showed up in our Christmas basement and has adopted.
Is this how you get a car?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
She literally just showed up, decided that she lives in the flower shop, and everybody loves her. So she gets to stay.
Aww.
What?
But yeah, actually, I was thinking that rather than stop, like, mid-quest right before the end...
Well, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
The cutscene I have in mind is where before the action actually happens.
Okay.
It goes anything before it's like blah 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 politics blah blah blah.
Okay.
And the actual cutscene I had in mind is like, all right, this is where we shall stop because next time you resume, you go straight into the action.
Gotcha.
And then there's plenty of action because it involves a dungeon and stuff and a solo duty.
Is that Baelsar's Wall?
That may be it, considering there's only one dungeon left.
Next time on Eorzea Ball Z.
So yeah, the point is you should get that part taken care of anyway, because the next time when you're actually ready to finish Heaven's Ward one day, and once you have your 60th animal weapon, you have to deal a full dungeon and a solo duty, plus all the cutscenes that comes with it, and those are some extra long cutscenes because, hey, hand of the fucking expansion. I also apologize once again.
That's fine.
Well, see, left out the part where he has to spend like 3 days crafting everything in his bags.
Hey, look called loot processing.
And I've also been staying rather more on top of that lately.
Good. Because I swear for a while, every single time I came over, you were doing nothing but crafting.
I mean, I still do quite a bit of crafting.
Because your bags were so full, you literally could not do anything else.
The,
Tink, 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 shing.
It was like triple triad all over again.
Rowena's House of Splendors, those turn-ins have helped me a lot.
Good.
Oh, the House of Splendors. I like how the House of Splendors is becoming famous for some reason.
And I actually have been playing more Triple Triad lately as well, just while I'm waiting on queues to pop.
I'm really glad I haven't been here for it.
Are you seriously traumatized by a digital card game?
Yes! Yes, because every time I was in the living room on my computer, my background noise to anything I was doing at any time was bum ba-dum 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 ba-dum. I'm pretty sure you played Triple Triad more than you played FF8.
That's entirely possible.
That's probable, because if you do the right things in Triple Triad, it really helps with FF8.
Yeah. Actually, overall, while I did spend a lot of time in Triple Triad, I don't think it accounted for half of the time I spent playing the rest of the game.
Are you sure?
I think it was about a third.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I don't know.
Because there was a big little time gap before we went and finished the game. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Also, you grind a lot, so that probably added to your playtime.
Do we have to settle this argument on card games?
Actually, FF8 is a game where you want to avoid grinding.
Okay.
Yep.
Final Fantasy VIII?
Then I maintain half.
Because I
Avoiding
remember...
Final Fantasy VIII? Yes?
Yes. I remember playing Final Fantasy VIII that... Remy, stop that.
She won't.
You want to play a good Final Fantasy with card game? Play 9.
I actually liked 8. It was weird, but I dug it. 10
is still my favorite.
10 is really good.
10 was actually the first one that I ever played.
It's a good one to start on.
I everything else straight to 10.
I
don't even remember why.
But it's called 2.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think I played about 20 hours of Triple Triad altogether, and I'm pretty sure there were about 60 to 70 hours on the clock by the time I beat the game.
Okay, that's fair. It really didn't feel like half.
And what the heck is
So
up?
when are we getting Blitzball in Final Fantasy XIV?
Right? Ugh. Meow.
We can swim now. We can make it happen.
Yeah.
And it will make sense because we have the blessing of
Blitzball
the
in
Covenant.
FF14.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Remy, stop that.
I was really bad at Blitzball, but I got pretty good at Chocobo Racing, and I beat the pants off of the Lightning Gem.
Nice.
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
That was like the first one of the like ultimate weapons that I got was the one that required you to dodge all of the lightning strikes because I was very good at that.
Dang.
You
I
sit
got
in the dark, you turn all of the lights off, you pause every single time.
I managed to get very close, but I miscounted. Like I thought I even went like 10 over, but I didn't.
I sat in the dark with a sheet of paper, pausing after every lightning strike and tallying up how many I had dodged to make sure that I didn't quit too early.
Nice.
I need to go back and finish 10 at one point.
I'm making
Very
surprised
cool.
you didn't use like a graph paper grid and just like just fill in little squares on the grid.
Remy, what is it?
Because that actually make it pretty easy to track. Just 10 by 10.
Human, I require 24/7 attention.
20 by 10?
Would you laser with her?
Yeah, I'll laser. Hey, Remy.
Oh, that's exactly what she wants.
Playful kitty time.
Where did she go?
She's under there
So
now.
what we were doing, I kind of lost the train of thought.
Right, so, Adol, just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise.
That's Tataru, right?
Yeah, that's Tataru.
Oh.
And the
That's
creeping
fine.
sense that'll take ages.
Wait, where?
One small favor.
Diamond. You're looking for the Diamond Forge?
Yeah, I see it on the map now.
House of Splendor.
Yeah. That's the place where you can get all of the
old
old
stuff.
armors, right? Yeah. Yes, Goobaway. I just wanted to charge there on a large animal. And barely fit through the door. Brrr.
Rampage.
Goobaway Rampage. I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments. Is she making me cloves? They're all... Remy, stop it.
There she is. I was trying to lure her out, and then she ran away. Get a laser.
Right, everyone. Ready to go to work? No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. Oh, dear.
It's a
I
trap.
think I remember what this is.
Those are unusual sounds. There! All finished. The Warrior of Light's every measurement, from heroic head to intrepid toe.
It's important to have your toe measurement.
Of course. Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Adol. All in good time. Aha! Found you! Alphino wants everyone in the Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on. We have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. You can keep some of them waiting, but not everyone.
Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our numbers step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! Your... Help! I need some help here!
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her! Cry
no.
a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Good thing we have magic spells for that.
Now, we staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Remy.
What's she doing?
She's eyeing my desk, probably trying to scratch at it again to get my attention.
She probably wants to hop up on it.
I should probably go home and sleep.
Ah, okay.
You're small.
Here, you want the laser remote? Cat remote.
Get him up.
She's
Thank you.
interested.
My message. It was too important to delay.
By the way, this is Minago.
Hi, Minago.
You'll see her a lot.
She's good.
I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. Ah, but I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
What? Why, though? Shouldn't he just, like, want the liberation of Alamigo?
Wait,
rather
what?
than to just have everybody fighting?
Wait, I don't understand the question.
Like, why does he want war to spill over into Gridania? Like, does he have designs on conquering Eorzea like what's his name did all those years ago?
I'm not gonna give you the full answer, but I think the whole point is he's trying to steer troubles to force Eorzea to come knocking at the door.
Ah, okay. That would make sense. It's not a good idea, I don't think, but
It's a terrible idea.
Fighting the Garleans, like, right on their borders. Like, okay, now you gotta come help me. Go do something.
yeah.
You can't
You're gonna
just be
come
like,
and
"Oh,
help
this is
whether you
happening
like it
over
or
there."
not.
Oh yeah, if the fighting spills over to Gridania, then Gridania has to come to its own defense and just indirectly help him.
That's fair.
And since Alamigo's going to
So,
find defeating Lincoln,
he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance
Oh, okay.
and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo. To have Eorzea's armies aid
You
in the
could
liberation
continue
effort,
to
whether they will it
literally
or
the
no.
next
Mhm.
dialogue.
We have to fight the Garlic Empire.
Even should the resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
You heading out?
Yeah.
Okay. Later.
Oh, I forgot I had a Rice Krispie.
I like how it almost stuck to it.
Bye.
Bye. Merp. Well, what was that for?
I don't know.
You should take that sticky crunchy nightmare with you.
I am.
Sticky crunchy nightmare.
That's my sticky crunchy nightmare.
It'll give you sticky crunchy nightmares.
No.
Let's try to eat one of
What would
those.
that even be about?
Don't know.
That's alarming.
Sticky and crunchy, like
Peanut butter?
potentially. And sticky and
I hate my brain.
dreams tend to mean something else entirely, but then throwing
Peanut butter nightmare time.
peanut butter nightmares, peanut butter nightmares.
No.
Peanut butter nightmares about a baseball bat.
No. Good night.
Good night.
Getting out of here before this gets worse.
Or possibly just a giant bat. Peanut butter nightmares of a giant bat. Good night.
Okay.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be reformed.
Agreed. I should depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours.
Bye. It's gonna get worse. It's already
Make
worse.
haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emmerich, and encourage him to send an envoy.
Envoy.
Oh boy.
Chitaru, Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. the beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied.
And now you know who was narrating.
Okay.
And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
The camera can probably see me messing with the cat hair.
After conferring with Ishtola, we have decided to focus our attentions on the East Shroud. Someone needs to keep an eye on the border, not to mention the Sylphs. I hate leaving Nago like this, but I know Kryl and Tataru will take good care of her. Yeah.
Oh, they sent you back outside?
Yeah. I thought.
God damn it.
Was there... Was there another point in here I needed to... No?
No,
that's
no,
it.
no. I was just inside waiting for you to pop out. And I was like, damn it. I've been fooled.
Ah, there you are.
There you go.
Hey.
So where do you need to go?
Ishgard. Just gonna
Oh.
pop out here and then teleport because it's a lot cheaper.
Just because you crossed the border.
Mm-hmm. And stupidly, it's more expensive to teleport from Central Kurthus to Mordona than it is from North Shroud to Mordona. I mean, like, I guess on the big world map geographically, the two are closer. Like, the gap between... Like, this zone line covers a much longer stretch,
I
guess.
guess. I never really noticed.
Don't question the ether currents, they're weird.
I mean, it could be worse, because teleporting from one side of the world to the other basically costs 999 gil. To a point that you just need to set yourself a free destination on the far east and your home point in the other side, and then you can travel for cheap.
Yeah. Man, I've had my free point set at Limsa for like ever.
Were you moving 3.7?
What?
The 3.7?
The 3.7?
Unfortunately, that sounds like a number.
It does.
Also, I would say 3.7. I don't know, I said 3.
Oh, 3.7. Gotcha. Hey, would you grab me a
water
drink,
on
please?
I'm making a freelancer reference.
Cherry cola?
The non-believers will be punished.
Make the world deaf with all of your screams.
Doodle-doo, diddle-doo. Hey, it's Fern Albert.
Fern Albert?
Yeah, right outside the the congregation. Yeah. It's Firm Albert, I'm sure, but Firm Albert.
I guess I can't question that.
That's the NPC's name.
He's a bit more dense than Fat Albert. He doesn't float.
I'm still slightly annoyed that you still want to go in Ishgard. You need to talk to the NPCs when they said they opened the gate to people.
Yeah. I guess it's not literally open. It's just like, yeah, people can go through, but we still have to check them. Excuse me.
The gate's open. You just have to talk to the NPCs so they don't get lonely.
Greetings, Warrior of Light. What business brings you to Ishgard? I see. Wait here, I will summon Sir Emmerich. It is good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Sorry, that just made me think of Eternal Darkness. Circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make, not mine alone at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? I thank you. Our representative, whomever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Handeloop that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, Lord Commander. Adol, pray accompany Lucia to the gates of judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury speed you on your way.
Maybe one day we'll meet the guy in charge of the House of Commons.
Maybe.
Oh, they warped you back to the goddamn gate.
Oh, no, I'm still here. Ah, Remy, no, don't do that.
You just disappeared in front of my face. Oh,
no, well, I'm...
They just warped you 2 feet away. What is this?
Hey, Remy. Remy, quit it. Leave my desk alone, Remy. Pogue. I think I need you to laser her some more.
The laser her.
Laser the cat. Or maybe she wants brushing. You have her attention, at least. Okay. An envoy for Ishgard. If you have no other business in the city, join me at the gates of judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives.
Lead the way. By that I mean you're going to use the warp crystal.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go outside or inside?
Outside.
Oh. I thought you had to wait for them from inside Ishgard.
I would have expected that too, but there wasn't a marker on the map, so...
Well then.
We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. Of course. Not, I concede, that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone, not with the ink scarce dry in the Republic's Book of Statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border.
Don't eat that. Don't eat that.
They like teleporting you for 2 feet. Cheap parlor trick. So are they sending you?
Dragonhead.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Clash at Dragonhead.
Out of my head holes. Make a soft kitty over here.
The garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me, Adol? You may see a familiar face. Is it the brother of the person who was once the garrison commander?
They put Archifin on taxidermy.
Aha! Oh! No, that's terrible! Adol, old boy! How wonderful to see you! And Sir Emmerich, too! To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine brought up from the kitchens at once, if you will excuse. Nay, do not trouble yourself, Honora. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. Blah, 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 blah. Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to a girl. I mean, to an Imperial. And thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel in the Observatorium. I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. I feel like Honora is the actual commander here. Surprised to see yours truly at the helm? You and me both, old boy. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Oh.
What?
Yet we can...
What?
We can but play the hand we're dealt, and with a little help from the veterans, and Honora's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old boy. Off to Gridania with you.
Notice how nobody's sitting in that chair.
Alright. Gridania.
Wanting to brush your face.
Oh yeah, you know, I seem to Hello there, RMT person.
What? Oh,
someone named yeah, it was Usidog Uramgavik, and they ran, and then they just disappeared.
Banned forever.
No, I think they probably pause hacked. And they were a black mage, as they always are.
Always.
Always. Hey, you're yellow now. All dressed in Gridanian finery. Or colors, at least.
I mean, it's a military meeting.
Yep. And there goes another one, a bard this time. And they disappear at the exact same point.
Magic.
Magic.
I thought they weren't shouting in my case.
Oh no, they aren't the ones that sell the money. Those are the farmers.
Oh.
There goes another one.
Like that one?
Yep. It's going to disappear at the same spot. Yep. It's like they touch the carpentry guild and they vanish.
Is it because... I was about to say, is it because there's a cutscene that triggers them, but then that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a guild seller only cutscene. Instead of getting teleported to Wardian jail.
Wouldn't that be nice? Alright, Emmerich. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am as enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as when I first laid eyes upon it. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. Remy, quit that. Remy. She's just trying to get my attention, is the thing. Like, when she jumps up and claws at this stuff, it doesn't matter what's up here. She's just trying to, like, pull something off, so I'll pay attention to her. Maybe she's forgotten that her food is down there again? That her food is actually there?
Check on that.
Yeah, make sure she follows you.
Also, yeah, when she does that, don't give her attention. Throw something at her without looking.
Excellent. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. But yeah, I remember right around the time this patch came out, I was running around here, and I saw this enormous pile of people right outside the Conjurers Guild.
Oh yeah, it's always been a thing.
Yep.
It's always been a thing, and it's gonna be a thing when Shadowbringers come out. It's gonna be a cluster.
Sir Emmerich is ready to attend the council. Oh boy, and I'm gonna get some food. Heavenly eggnog, wildwood scrambled eggs, or spaghetti carbonara. Spaghetti carbonana.
No, don't put banana in there, that's a sin.
It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand. A pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course. 'Tis like that we are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we?
You know where the Lotus Stand is, right?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm the cat. Become a very cat.
Hello, cat. Do you want to stay there, Amy? You want to get comfy? Is that a good place that you want to be right now? Is it? I hope so.
Detectably agitated about something.
But she is settling down. Good, Remy. And of course she's gonna thwap me in the head with her tail.
That's because of the agitation. I think I may have caught her a few too many times with the brush.
The envoy from Ishgard has arrived. Very good. This way, if you please. Ah, the Limpsa Leminson party as well. Oh, Yugiri is with her.
Ain't no party like Limsa Leminson party.
Cause Limpsa Leminsa is the sight for me sore eyes.
Arr.
Arr. Limsa Leminsa. I had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Emmerich. Admiral, always a pleasure. And Adol, I trust you are well. 'Tis a day for reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort? Master Adol, I was glad to hear from Riol that the missing scions have now been found. There is much and more I would discuss with you, but let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we?
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gir Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alfino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
You sound so sad, Remy. What is it?
I don't know, but she's meowing at the mantle.
You can't get up there, Remy.
Is that what you're sad about?
Well, you know how when she wants something, she finds some way to get in trouble. What is it? What is it, Remy?
Know what she wants. She wasn't super interested in laser time.
She seems to be liking getting scritches.
She grew displeased at rush time.
Seems to me that she can't get enough of that sugar, Chris.
Keeps her going strong.
Never feed your cat with sugar, Chris, people.
No.
Can make the urine smell very strange.
Sure. Okay.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people too would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal. On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift. There is much to be done.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defenses seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
I mean, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you just set some big wheels in motion to give it to him.
That the council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Ah, good, you have yet to depart. I feared I had missed you. Sir Emmerich! Master Alphino, a pleasure as always. And Mistress Alice, how wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption. I had hoped to thank Adol for serving as our escort before other duties called him away. I also wished to thank our Doman ally. Of course she's hiding. Forgive me, my lord. I was but awaiting an opportune moment to join the conversation, and force of habit made me keep to the shadows. No apologies necessary, Mistress Yugiri. I was most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard's support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance's pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the Elder Seedseer to accept us both. I very much appreciated the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Emmerich. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. And full glad are we to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. We must return to Ishgard.
Was she hiding behind a tree?
Like halfway behind a tree. If I had known to look for her, I would have seen her. I feel like, but I didn't, so I did not notice her at all.
So what you're saying is that as you have your training to detect ninjas, you will have been not able to see it.
That's
right.
The sign of a good ninja.
That is
Not
the sign
really
of a good
trying that
ninja.
hard to hide, basically in plain sight, but still unseen.
Uh-huh. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything?
Yes.
That is how we adults speak, dear sister. Oh.
What is that barb for?
Mayhap the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. Will you accompany us to Revenant's Toll, Yugiri? Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I am curious to know how Papalimo and Ida fared in their talks with the Sylphs, not to mention what has been going on at Belsar's Wall. I will join you at the Rising Stones anon.
So, what is it telling you to go now?
Revenant's Toll. I'm surprised not the East Shroud.
Me neither, but I guess I did forget that one thing. So, Shroud it is. Not Shroud it is. Toll it is.
Yep.
This Rising sounds like a pub.
It's behind a pub.
Actually, hold on. Don't go yet.
Nope.
Oh, the untradeable. Never mind.
Okay.
I was about to give you a priority pass so you could get teleportation cheaper.
Ah. Nah, it's fine.
I'll meet you guys at the bar. Alright, we'll get drunk.
Get drunk. Get drunk. Get drunk.
Drunken warriors and mages just sounds very dangerous.
Now Remy's in my lap and she's all happy, and what the hell is that?
How what are you seeing?
It was a person riding like a fire-colored Yeti.
Oh, the red one?
Yeah.
That's a thing you probably get from Eureka. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I said don't worry about it.
I thought Eureka was mostly full of like ninjas and sand clubs.
Shh.
Ow! Ow! Okay, now she's gone again.
And now she's trying to make a nest out of your lap by scratching it over and over.
No, she jumped down with about as much grace as she ever does anything.
Kunoichi as far as the eye can see.
What is this grace you're talking about? That does not sound like a cat.
Vince typically has some grace. Remy does not, however. She is a clums.
He also has like some dignity.
Yeah, Vince also has dignity, which is something else Remy lacks. Welcome back, Adol. I don't know about you, but I am heartily glad that all of the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? I doubt I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. That said, people have been known to change, and if my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. Well, let's see here. Let's... Scrambled eggs. Da 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 da, scrambled eggs. Griffin on the wall. Who's the stabbiest of them all? I don't know.
Griffin of the wall. Who's the biggest douchebag of the hall?
Okay, I'm still clear to proceed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's make this pretty much straightforward. The moment they ask you to go to East Shroud, you stop.
Okay. Is it going to be safe for me to enter the East Shroud from that point?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
You need to talk to somebody to make it happen.
Okay, cool. Alisaie seems eager to discuss the Council's decision with the other Scions. Well, as much as I enjoy the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long.
In fact, let me go confirm that while you do this.
Okay. Excuse me.
Yep, alright, pretty much, yeah. You have to talk to somebody in the East Shroud before things happen, so yeah. As long as you don't do anything in the East Shroud that has a big fire meteor-y question exclamation mark thingy, you shall be good.
Okay. Ah, you are returned from the Council. But what of Alphino? Did some other matter require his attention? Mine apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting overlong. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Kryl, how's Nago doing? She will be all right, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Tataru is keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I am certain she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Now, mayhap you would share with us the Council's decision. Each of the nations, Ishgard included, has committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eorzean Alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial caught between the Resistance and the Alliance. Ida, you cannot seriously. One does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. Quite. To open hostilities without due consideration would be to invite disaster. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course. It may not be entirely unfeasible. There is a network of tunnels beneath Belsar's wall, secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo, which may equally serve as a way in? Precisely. If all are in agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I am familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. About as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Say what you want, I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. As are mine. It has been far too long since I shared a shadow with a shinobi. Pocket sand. And I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Kryle and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What of you, Leveilleurs? I will return to the East Shroud, and stand watch over the border. Should matters take a turn for the worse, 'twould seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon you to accompany me, Adol? Gridania will be safer for your presence, and, while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, might I ask that you remain at the Rising Stones to pass on messages and so on? To hold the fort, you mean? Very well, I suppose the task must fall to someone.
Somebody must be here to make the coffee.
Safe travels, all of you. But there are other members who will be there. Like Flamin would serve equally well, I would think, as... Like, Flamin and Tataru both.
I'm fairly sure Flamin is allowed to have a little bit of rest, considering what happened.
Well, I suppose. I'm not sure you could count on Hoary Boulder to deliver a message, with a whole lot of detail. He's not stupid, but his head's in the fight. Maybe Coltonay. Even when casting the same incantation, the mastery of each practitioner greatly affects the efficacy of the spell, a principle that was aptly demonstrated to our 2 young mages here. Mistress Kryle and Archon Ishtola are truly exceptional healers, and 'twas an honor to witness their ministrations firsthand. If only I could tend to my brother's battle hurts with such proficiency. I have much study yet ahead of me. We have some training in the healing arts, so we shall take turns with Mistress Kryle in caring for her patient. Ochre in particular seems rather eager to learn from the experience.
Can I just not see you in the Rising Stone? Is that like a...
I think the Rising Stones might be an instanced thing.
Well, damn it.
I don't think the Waking Sands is. At least it didn't used to be.
I was wondering why you talking to those people, but I can't see you, so I'm like, oh. Well then, I guess I'll be outside.
I believe she said her name was Minago? Her cause appeared to have been genuine, but I must confess to feeling no small degree of trepidation, even as I stepped aside.
We were all surprised by our sudden visitor, but Hori was able to gauge the situation at a glance. He realized the Mikote posed no immediate threat and permitted her to enter. But that didn't mean he wasn't alert for some manner of trap. Ah, yes, mayhap the Elder is the finer man after all. Tataru and Kryle took that resistance fighter to more private chambers that she might recuperate in peace. The poor girl was in quite a state, wasn't she? I suspect Tataru would have little trouble facilitating communication between our forces under normal circumstances. That's what I was just saying. But I concede she has her hands full nursing that resistance fighter back to health. No matter, my turn in the field will come. Is there anybody in here?
That's for sure.
Just an Ukulai. Who has nothing else to say. Room. Say what?
Is Flamin in the room?
She's behind the bar.
Okay, cool.
If you have any unfinished business in the toll, pray attend to it now. I would depart for Hawthorne Hut without delay. The nearby watchtower offers an unobstructed view of Belsar's wall, and I should be interested to speak to the Alliance commanders who have installed themselves at its top. Okay, so now's the part when I cut it?
This is the part where you shall stop.
Okay. Well, if the stream started working again at any point, which I don't think it has, considering that every time I go to Alt-Tab, the stream seems to have stopped. It only seems to actually do anything when XSplit has focus. So,
it occasionally did a little. Like,
sounds like
footage,
a problem.
Jerky janky.
Wait, hold on. You're saying that you're having it's not focusing when it's not stringing properly when XSplit is not focusing?
Right.
Let's test that theory then.
Alright, so mousing around right now. That's all going fine. Okay, camera so going da-da-da-da-da. And
are you moving right now?
I am not moving in-game. It is not set so that I can that it can accept inputs when the game doesn't have focus. I could change that.
Right now I see your mouse moving while you're still inside.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying that as soon as you start moving and you lose focus from XSplit, things will actually start messing up?
Yes. In fact, yeah, hold on a sec. I can change it real quick such that... No. Keep gamepad enabled while client is inactive. Okay, so XSplit has focus now. I'm running around, doing things. And I am unfocusing XSplit in 3, 2, 1, bam.
Okay, give me a minute because
right.
there is some delay.
Of course.
Ye old Twitch lag. About 15 seconds.
Oh wow, you're right.
Huh. Well then.
Like the stream. Well, you're running at 5 frames per second at this point.
Yikes. Okay. Well, I will have to figure that out then.
This is looking like a slideshow at this point.
Yeah, I mentioned it was super janky jerky.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, at least I have that figured out. I'll have to try and fix that before Thursday.
But the weird thing is that it didn't happen when you were playing the other thing on Saturday. At least from what I could see on the archive. Did
XSplit have an update?
Not that I noticed, but it might have.
Did Windows have an update?
Not that I noticed.
Hey, maybe the difference of the client or anything. Like, are you running on full screen? Are you on borderless window?
I'm borderless windowed.
Yeah, so same as me. Okay, this is weird. And now, like yeah, I completely lost it. So refocus to XSplit right now, and I shall see things go back to normal.
Okay. Refocused XSplit.
Alright, so about 15 seconds until I see things moving again.
Yeah. In fairness, I did. I had stopped moving for a bit.
No, but like I'm seeing a character mid-running animation and nothing is moving.
Oh. Well, then it had stuck for a while.
Yeah, I remember when I looked earlier, people were teleporting around. It was really goofy.
I'm not seeing any change right now. In fact, I don't hear the sound anymore.
That's troubling. It still thinks it's only dropped 15 frames.
I think it's wrong about that.
I mean, it's also possible that it did not drop 15 frame, but it's unable to send the information either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, stream completely dead. Let me refresh. Okay, move a bit now. No, wait. Okay, now I'm actually seeing things. Okay, so from what I can tell you right now is that once you regain focus, my video was still jammed, but if I refresh it, it went back to normal. Still not a good thing. But then you were moving on your cam, so like it was not frozen.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Well, I may as well go ahead and sign off anyway.
I mean, at this point we're done, but yeah, that's probably something that you're gonna have to run some tests to figure out what's going on.
Yep. So, good night if anybody is watching, though I doubt there is, since it's apparently been a hard thing to tolerate, or would be a hard thing to tolerate.